This is Life with Herpes, and this is episode 97. Today's episode. I am your host, Alexandra Harbushka, and I am thrilled to be here with you. If you are just joining us for the first time and you're like, what the heck is Life with Herpes? It is a community for people living with herpes. It is a podcast. It is a YouTube channel. And I feel like I should say there's something else. But that's it. I feel like I'm missing something, but I'm not. It's a great online community. Hundreds of people just like you and me that have herpes. So it's really a great way to talk to other people and get the right facts, understand, communicate, a lot of great stuff like that. So if you are not a member of the Life with Herpes community, I would love to invite you over. Come on over, go to lifewithherpes.com, join, sign up, it's free. A lot of great stuff over there, like some cool episode resources. You get to join the community, which, like I said, has hundreds of people over there, really creating great foundations and great friendships and supporting one another through this journey of being diagnosed with herpes. So go to lifewithherpes.com and join. All right, so I hear all the time, I just slept with someone and I didn't tell them I have herpes. What do I do? Or I hear, gosh, I've been dating someone, I never told them I have herpes. What do I do? All these things. And as we know, it's really important to, first of all, breathe. I want you just to breathe. I want you to be like, okay, everything's going to be okay. But it's really important, and in my personal opinion, it's really important to disclose you have herpes. And I'm guessing if you're watching this, chances are you either are in that situation of, oh my gosh, I've been with somebody for a while and I haven't told them, or oh my gosh, I just hooked up with someone last night and I didn't tell them. Now, like I said, it's really important to me for the honesty and integrity to disclose you have herpes. So I will get into that, but I want to make sure that we're on the same page. What I don't want to happen right now is I don't want you to be like, gosh, Alexandra, thanks a lot. Like, you're making me feel guilty, or like, I don't need the guilt trip. You know, like, my best friend just gave me the guilt trip. I don't need it from you. I don't want the judgment. This is a judge-free place. I am not by any means going there. What I'm saying is I believe that it's really important to disclose. So I'm going to explain in the next couple points here why it's important to disclose. But before we do that, just breathe. Okay, breathe it out. If you're like freaking out right now, which I totally understand, I want you to breathe deep, because if you're going to create anxiety and like a hostile environment for your body, it's not going to be good, right? Eventually that outbreak is going to pop out, and if you get an outbreak, that's not good either, right? So just breathe through it. All right, now what I want you to do is I want you to look at why you didn't tell your partner. Was it was such a hot and heavy night and you were just in the moment and all of a sudden, oh my gosh, bam, we're doing it? Was it you were scared of the rejection, scared of the fear that he or she would be like, I don't want to be with you? Were you just having a fun time and like totally forgot? Like, what is the real reason why you didn't tell him or her? And I want you to get crystal clear. Maybe it's because the last person you told was totally rejected you, or totally told you that you are disgusting or something like that, and really hurt you, which is not true, right? I have herpes. I don't think I'm disgusting by any means. So none of that is true. But what I want you to think is dig deep, and it's somehow hurting you on some level. So I want you to keep asking yourself, like, why is this? What is going on? Why did I not want to tell this person? What is going on? Okay. I know this is getting kind of deep, but it's really important that you understand why you didn't tell them, so that the next point is you can tell them and you can get really crystal clear. So I want you to understand why it's important for you to tell him or her. What's the point? Why do you feel it's right to tell them? Is it because your doctor said? Is it because Alexandra's saying? Not because I said it. You have to want to do it for you, right? You have to want to tell your partner for a certain reason. Is it to prove that gosh, I prove to yourself like, gosh, I can tell this person and this relationship is still going to work? Is it to prevent your partner from getting in outbreaks? FYI, if you talk about it and disclose, there's a lot of great things you can do to prevent passing it, but it requires both of you talking about it and being comfortable with it. Is it, gosh, having these really hard conversations with your partner, is it going to be beneficial to your relationship and creating a long-lasting relationship? I find that that's really important, to be honest and open with your partner. So maybe that's why. Now that we've talked, it through of breathing, why it's important to tell them, realize why you didn't tell your partner, I want to talk about the sooner the better. So the sooner you tell them, the better, right? Kind of like I mentioned, if you're in that earlier about breathing, if you're in that situation of anxiety or stress or guilt or pressure, that guilt, that anxiety has to go somewhere. It's just like if you were to have a glass of water and you keep pouring water into your glass, what's going to happen to that glass? Right? It's going to overflow. Same thing with your body, keeping all that anxiety, that pressure, that guilt, that negative, that self-loathing, all of that in your body is just going to do damage on you and can possibly do damage on your relationship. So the sooner you tell your partner, truly, truly, truly is better. It's kind of like, so you might laugh, but when I was little, I went to a florist shop with a friend, and they have the little cards on the flowers, and they're like, get well soon, or love you, or happy birthday, or whatever. And I took those cards, not knowing that I was stealing them. I didn't know that I was stealing. I just took them. And so my mom asked me what I did, and I was like, oh, well, I just took these from the florist. Mind you, I was in kindergarten. But the point is, I was stealing, right? And I didn't know I was stealing. My mom had to let me know that was stealing because I didn't ask permission. And so she had me go right back to the florist, return the cards, apologize to her, tell her I'm so sorry. Of course, was I scared? Yeah. Was I shaking? Yeah. Was I a little kid? Like, oh my gosh, what did I just do? I did something wrong? Yeah. But the point is, I went back, I apologized, and it was fine. Another time, you'll laugh, I didn't learn my lesson. I was a second grader, and I really wanted press-on nails. And so we were at Vaughn's, and I snuck in the press-on nails into the basket, thinking that my mom would never notice that she bought them, and that didn't work out. So of course we got to the car, she saw the press-on nail, she was like, why is this so expensive? And it was a press-on nails. And so what she marched me right back into the grocery store. I had to go to the checker. We had to return it. She had the checker call the manager of the store so I could come and apologize to the manager, and shake his hand, look him in the eye. And it was terrifying. It was horrifying, right? I didn't want to do it. My point is had my mom waited longer in any of those situations, whether she waited, the next week till she went to the grocery store, or later on when we passed the florist, if she waited for me to go make those apologies and say I'm sorry and this is what happened, then it wouldn't have had the same impact. And perhaps the store manager or the florist wouldn't have really saw my compassion, my fear, my being scared, terrified, all those things. So my point is, with herpes, which is obviously different than being a kindergarten or taking a little note card from the florist, but my point is if you just slept with someone and you're like, oh my gosh, I slept with them once, or I just slept with them, it's been a couple times, then I would really suggest the sooner the better. It's hard, it's super hard, it's terrifying, but the longer you wait, the harder it will get, because what you don't want to happen is it go down the line for a year or 6 months or however long, or worse, you don't want to keep it from him or her and then get the phone call like, hey, I have herpes and you gave it to me. Again, that's just creating the foundation for a relationship that's going to be hard to overcome. So I want you to go for it as soon as possible and let him or her know, like, this is what's going on. And you can go back and you can refer to like, hey, this is why I didn't tell you. This is why I was scared. I was scared because of this. I was scared because in the past I've told somebody and this is what happened. I was scared because of the stigma. I was scared you're going to tell me I was dirty. I was scared you're going to reject me. I was scared for this. But now I'm really sure why I wanted to tell you and why it's really important to me, because I really value our relationship, or you're really important to me and I want to see where this is going. And so I really find it important to open up and now tell you, right? However you want to do it in your own words, but it's just really important that we do that. All right, my friend, thank you so much for joining me today. I loved spending my time with you, whatever it is that I'm doing with you. Maybe you're in the car, maybe you're on a bike ride, maybe you're folding laundry. That kind of sucks. I folded laundry this morning. Anyways, whatever it is that you're doing, I'm doing with you, and I'm excited to be here with you. If you have some questions about, like I said, telling your partner, or the fear that really sets in, because I know it sets in, it is scary. It is scary, 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 scary. I've done it. I've told partners that I have herpes. I've had those conversations, all of that. So if you are ready to do that and you need just some guidance, or you need some comfort, come on over, reach out to me. It'd be great for this support group. Go to lifewithherpes.com/support group, and we can talk about it together. All right, my friend, I will see you soon in the next episode, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.